go again. Just taking a quick breather in here because we are literally turning night into day here in Sheffield. It was only as the clock rolled round to 7 minutes past midnight that the last man in the opening round clambered through. That man was Ben Woolston, who's caused one of the great shocks of this or any other Halo World Championship by beating the 4 times world champion Mark Selby, his great friend and indeed practice partner. What a thriller it was. And Ben, who's overcome some very serious challenges over the last 4 years, joins these men in round 2. And here's how they line up in round 2. 6 qualifiers have made it through, 2 of them meeting in the top match. Lei Pei Fan and Zhao Xintong knocked out both of last year's finalists to get there. At world number 20, Chris Wakeland sprinted out of his blocks to lead 6-2 yesterday against Northern Ireland's much-fancied Mark Allen. 7-time champion Ronnie O'Sullivan, one of 6 former Crucible winners, still punching in Sheffield. His opponent Pang Junshu is one of the 6 remaining Chinese Cuman. Si Jiawei is another, and the former semi-finalist now gearing up to face Ben Woolston rather than the 4-time champion Mark Selby. Only 3 seeds remaining in the top half, for now anyway. But it's a different story down below, where all but one of the established seeds have made it through. 4 times winner John Higgins, the most senior of them, locked at 4 apiece with the elegant Xiao Guodong so far. Welsh legend Mark Williams taking on Iran's world number 24 Hossein Vafai, who made 4 centuries in his opener. And unless he's gone globe-trotting in between matches, former champion here Luca Brazil is due back tomorrow afternoon to face Ding Junhui. And the big tie of the round, Shaun Murphy, the reigning Masters champion, beats the UK champion Judd Trump on Sunday morning. And all of that has given 2 of our former Crucible kings, Ken Doherty and John Parrott, much to chew over this afternoon, gentlemen. Not least last night's late-night finish, which you were on with Seema in the studio, watching Ben Woolston clamber over the line with Mark Selby. It was a stunning victory on a number of levels. First of all, what was his reaction like?
Well, he was totally in shock. He came into the studio and, he was still in shock. He couldn't believe it. He knows Mark a long, long time, practice partners, both from Leicester, of course. It was the biggest win of his career, knocking a 4-time champion now, who came here, was one of the firm favourites. And he struggled, at times, with the nerves, with the Crucible nerves. And of course, the screen came up. They had the whole arena to themselves. But, he held himself in the end very well together.
Just a little look up to his 2 sons, Edward and Henry there. You're talking about struggling. He struggled for 4 years after a really severe reaction to the COVID vaccination. He's had a really tough time. And I think this offers hope, not just to him and his family, but to others who are in that situation. If you are one of those, we are sending love and strength to you. But in terms of what he can go on and achieve now, goodness me, the world's his oyster, John.
Well, I mean, it's a massive obstacle to get past Mark Selby, full stop, isn't it? Huge. I mean, it's a seismic shock in the draw, you have to say that. I thought Selby was coming to the boil for this tournament. He played great in the Champion of Champions thing in the tour in Manchester, got beat in the final with John Higgins, but he demolished Neil Robertson 10-1. He beat Ding Junhui 10-2. I thought he was coming here with a big chance, so that's a massive result for Ben.
Yeah, it is.
And listen, anything else is a bonus.
It is, and when you look at the shape of the draw now, top half, goodness me, it couldn't be more different from the bottom half. Now, as a player, sneaky peeks at the draw. Surely Ronnie O'Sullivan and the other 2 remaining seeds up there are having a look at this and thinking, this is interesting.
Well, they will tell you differently,
Hazel. Of course they will. Of course they will.
And they'd be lying through the
and they'd be lying, absolutely lying. Because we've all done it, you know what I mean? You always have a look. Who's the big names in the draw? Who am I running into? So whether it's Ronnie O'Sullivan or Judd Trump or whoever it may be, They're always having a look to see who they're going to play. And that section of the draw has completely opened up. Karen Wilson is gone. Neil Robertson is gone as well. Now Selby is gone. So Ronnie is in that quarter, of course. And you've got Jing Tong at the top half and Mark Allen. And so, yeah, it's wide open.
But it's bruisers a go-go in the bottom half, isn't it? You've got 5 and 6 former champions.
Unbelievable. And you've got the current Masters champion against the current UK champion in the last 16. Sean Murphy against Judd Trump. I mean, what a matchup that is for the last 16 match. So, oh yeah, it's horrible. I mean, it was funny today. Rob Walker was introducing Jack Shorty as sure thing. There's no sure things in this year's championship.
Absolutely. When we just very briefly, actually, we are now in danger, or the record of 108 tons overall is now in danger, because the best ton count to end of round 1 was 44. Back in 2022. We're at 55,
wow,
guys.
It's incredible.
Goodness me.
Well, I mean, it's just sensational, the standard, you know. I mean, you had Jack Shorty, who came here for the first time. He created a record in himself as a debutant, making 4. Daniel Wells, a debutant, making 3. You know, so, like, incredible standard and amount of centuries. And I'm sure there's going to be more and more to come.
I suspect so, Ken. Well, from here on in, it's all about multi-session strategy, and we are in full immersion mode from today. If you can't out-pot him, just outwit him. That's the mantra of snooker great Mark Williams, the oldest man to reach round 2 for 15 years. Will it work against Hossein Vafai? Career Triple Crown chaser Mark Allen has some catching up to do in his second session against a red-hot Chris Wakeland this morning. Then this afternoon, it's Crucible curse inflictor-in-chief, Lei Pei Fan. Can Zhao Xintong fall under his spell too? And live, we'll enjoy the skills and the snooker guile of a master, John Higgins, in what is so far a superb arm wrestle with the impressive Zhao Gudong.